Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great on this fantastic Friday. Chloe, she's so funny. So I usually do a Friday fun tip for for my lives. Today, though, I'm going to do something a little different. I wanted to talk about fear and what fear does to us. Now, fear, as Parker will tell you, is actually to our benefit, right?
Yeah.
Keeps us out of danger, keeps us out of trouble. The problem is sometimes our fear paralyzes us from doing what we really want to do, really good things. We make a lot of, it's our self-talk, really. It's a lot of, I can't, I won't, I don't have time, I'm scared, I worry. A lot of words like that get thrown around. And really what it is, deep down, is fear. Our fear is preventing us from going forward and doing something maybe we really want to do. I was afraid for most of my life.
That's why she didn't become an artist.
Right. I had fear of not being good enough. I said things like, oh, I don't have natural talent. I deep down inside, I was worried that I would go somewhere and try to do art and somebody might be better than me, which is normal. I realized, no, a lot of people are better than me, and that's okay because I am where I'm supposed to be right now. So I brought Parker on. Parker is 12. He's my son, and he has really helped me. He doesn't realize this, but he's helped me in a lot of ways not be afraid because I've watched this child of mine go into the world and just do things and not care what people think. It's actually really incredible. He has sang in front of audiences. He has performed. He has learned musical instruments. He doesn't have a fear of learning like different games. What else, bud? What else have you done? He's just got in his soul, somewhere in his brain or in his soul, he's got almost a fearlessness about him. And I think while he's been growing up, I've kind of, because I was such a fearful child, I've tried to instill in him not to be afraid, to be himself and do the things that he loves with and not worry, try to take that self-talk out of it. So one of the things that Parker and I practice a lot, I guess you do have fear. Is that okay to say? Because sometimes you'll say he worries. He worries, so he'll have fear where he worries, and he'll think, oh.
I'll get nervous that I forgot something.
Yes.
When I really didn't, but I feel like I have a gut feeling that I did.
Yeah. Or before a test.
And I'll like double check myself multiple times.
So we have a little exercise we do, and it is, what is the okay, you're going to do this thing. What is the worst thing that will happen? The absolute worst. And we talk about it, right?
The world ends.
Yeah. Wow. So, okay, you forgot your homework and you're scared to go to school. You have to go to school. You have to feel that fear and do it anyway. So what's the absolute worst that will happen?
A black hole starts from the side.
No, really.
I don't know. I get yelled at, and that's it.
And then what?
I don't know.
Does life go on?
No. Yes.
Yes. So we kind of have this little exercise we do with each other, and he's done it to me. Do you remember when I took that first watercolor class, and I was like, I came home and I'm like, I'm not going again. That was terrible.
Yeah. She like, I don't remember what time this was, but she always tells me to suck it up. And one time,
suck it up, Buttercup. Do it anyway.
One time she came back and she was like really like sad and like thought she was the worst. I'm like, well, suck it up, Buttercup.
You're going next to the next class. And I thought to myself, he's right. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Honestly, the worst that could happen is I don't go back to the next class. I let my self-doubt and my self-talk get to me, and I stay stagnant. That's when you just don't progress at all forward in your life. So you hit this roadblock and you stop, you give up instead of pushing through it. Part of our fear is discomfort. And I always tell my students in art, when you have discomfort, that means you're learning. That's positive. We should look at that as a positive thing, because that means we're going to have that discomfort. It's okay to feel it, and we're going to move forward. We're going to push ourselves, and that discomfort goes away. And then we have mastered it. And not mastered in the sense like we're awesome, but we've gotten over that discomfort, and we're able to, we look back on some of the techniques that we've done in the past to where we are today, and those are so easy and so familiar. And the ones today cause us discomfort because we're actually learning, we're gaining knowledge. Discomfort should be a very positive thing as far as when you're trying to do something new, especially. So I brought Parker on today because I wanted to talk about fear. I see a lot of fear with people in the art world, artists and non-artists. A lot of people who feel like they can't be artists, they can't be creative. A lot of the things I hear is, I don't have time, I can't, I'm not a natural artist, I'm not natural born talent, oh, I don't have the money for this or that. And these are all very valid fears, but they are excuses.
Yeah.
Right? We don't need money. We don't need a ton of things to pick up a piece of paper and pencil and just start to draw or get on a piano or anything like that. Now, granted, yes, there isn't always access to things, but if you really wanted to, you could figure it out. So don't let those are excuses, you guys. Those are not, it's your fear telling you, talking in your brain to you, saying, yeah, I don't want to feel discomfort. I don't like how that feels to me. I want to stay where I am. And so we're going to make up all these excuses as to why we can't do something instead of actually trying to do it and moving forward. And the problem with that is we don't grow. So no matter what it is, we stay stagnant. We don't grow. So I brought Parker on because I wanted him to talk about something he's recently gone through. And I think when we see things through kids' eyes and hear their perspective, it really kind of, it's almost kind of makes us a little ashamed. Like when he told me, suck it up, Buttercup, I thought, oh, well, he's right. What am I complaining about? I preach this, discomfort, keep moving. And here I am feeling sorry for myself, letting myself talk into me, making excuses. And here, I think you were like 9 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, no. What do we do when we fall?
Get back up.
Right. And here I was like, I better listen to him. So he's got a little knowledge for us today. He, like I said, he does seem very fearless. However, as he's gotten older, society has taught him and kind of smacked him down a little bit. So it's a little harder to get past his fear, or maybe he's feeling it more. But recently, he wanted to try out for a musical. And I told him, I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. You're going to go, you're going to do your audition in like a room with a couple of judges. Right?
So,
because I didn't know.
Hang on. So I'll explain now.
Yes, you go ahead and tell your story.
I didn't get the music the day we were supposed to. So I got it late, and I was very, very worried I was going to screw up because I was practicing a lot. But I had like a couple of days until I
No, not even. You practiced like the night before.
Like 2 days of practice.
Yeah, he had like 2 weeks, and no, Parker's a little bit of a procrastinator.
Well, no, I don't know.
Yeah, I
didn't know if I wanted to do it or not.
Right, he was debating.
I was like, do I want to?
Anyway, he got his audition stuff extremely late.
I did it, and I felt good. It's only gonna be a judge or two. But no, I get there and there's like 20 parents in the hallway. I go into the room and there's like 30 other kids.
Yeah, and high school kids.
And some high school kids, not including me, also auditioning. Like,
okay,
they're watching.
Let me just explain a little bit. So before the audition, I said, oh, Parker, it's going to be fine. You'll have like 1 or 2 judges in a room. Because I really didn't know. I really thought that's what it was. So we get there. Now, Wilson's small, so it's just a little district. We get there, and all the parents are in one room, like you said, but it's open to the audition room. So you can hear and see everything. So we walk in, and we were late, too, because remember you had your vocal lesson.
Yeah, I had vocal
so we were
lessons,
very late.
So
we had until like 7 o'clock, so we show up at like 6:45. So everybody's already auditioned, pretty much.
And so they're not worried about themselves.
So they're all done. They're all lined up against a wall, like not streamers. What do you call them? The seats.
Risers.
Risers. They're all lined up. High schoolers. All these kids. You didn't know? Did you know any of them?
I knew a couple of the middle schoolers.
You knew maybe one or two. And
but
then
I didn't know any of them.
You have to walk in, and everyone looks at us. And Parker looks at me like, "Oh, Mom, this is not a couple of judges. This is like the world." So I look at him and I'm like, "Well, we're already here." And he's like, "Yeah, we're already here." So he put his name. I was so proud. Instead of walking out, he put his name up on that list.
Well, I didn't think I had a choice.
Yeah, well, I was kind of like, "You're going."
I didn't have a choice.
And he put his name on there, and I walked out of the room. I was in the next room, and I did it. He did it, and he did it really well. In fact, didn't the kids applaud you?
Yeah, they applaud.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
So Parker, you were oh no, you were scared.
Yeah, but I did it anyways.
And what was the result?
Yesterday, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, we are performing Shrek the Musical, and yesterday it was super fun.
So have you enjoyed your entire experience throughout?
Yes, except the point where I got really worried.
What did you get worried about?
When I was first walked in. That's
right.
I didn't
but you felt that fear, right?
And I did it.
And you did it. And now you can look back on didn't you make a lot of new friends?
Yeah, I mean,
really close friends. And he loves to perform, so he got an opportunity. He has this opportunity to perform, and he felt the fear, and he's loved it ever since. So, do you think in the future you'll feel that again and go forward, given this experience?
Yep.
Awesome. So, guys, if 12-year-old can do it, I mean, come on, that's huge. Then we most certainly can stop making excuses for ourselves. And if you're going to say you don't have time or something, let's just be honest. Either say, I don't want to do it just because it's not an interest of mine. Or if it is an interest, and you know that deep down inside, right, Parker? You knew you wanted to perform.
Yeah.
You knew that. So rather than, you had the choice, right? You had a choice to say, I don't have time, because you didn't. Right?
But, yeah.
How many classes and stuff are you in?
I'm in French horn, piano, voice lessons,
writing for the newspaper,
art club, and I'm doing jazz band now.
So this was extremely hard to fit in your schedule, right?
Yes.
So you had the opportunity to say, I just don't have time. But deep down inside, what would you have known?
This is a really good experience, and I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing that I chose not to do it.
Even though you
I go to bed pretty early, 8:39, and I would get home at 8 on those days, and then I'd have to practice and do homework.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it, and I'm happy with it. And so if you say you don't have time, you do. It's just you're trying to make an excuse so you can live with yourself, basically.
That's true. But you know deep down inside.
Yeah.
You could have said, I don't have time. You could have said, I'm not a natural born actor. Right?
Yeah.
But who cares? You can learn.
No one's natural born. No one has talent. Talent's you're born and you have it. No, you have to practice and get better.
Even if you have an inkling towards something.
Yeah, even if you really like it, you still have to practice.
So you could have said that. You could have just said, I can't.
Yeah, I kind of felt that, but I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
We did a lot of talking beforehand about how he felt and how he was going to overcome it. And that's okay. So let me ask you, is it okay to be afraid?
Yes, very. Like we said at the beginning, it keeps you out of trouble, but bad stuff. But you can't let it. You gotta find a middle point. You can't let fear. You have to have some fear so that you stay out of bad things, but you can't let it control you. You have to have the choice of doing it.
So what do we work on a lot, you and I? Do we work on a lot of self-talk?
Yes.
So what can you tell everybody about self-talk? And we all have it.
So when you say, like, I can't do it, say I can do it.
Mhm.
And it might not sound like it does stuff. I didn't believe it at first when my mom was telling me about it. But it does work. And it gives you a lot of more encouragement, and, like, it empowers you to do the things that you want to.
Do you think by doing some of these things that do you feel more confident or
Yes.
less confident?
I feel more confident.
Now, what would have happened if you got up on that stage last night and tripped over your shoe?
Oh, you mean on the bench?
Whatever. Say you went to walk and you tripped.
Yeah, so on the bench I almost fell.
Mhm. What would have happened?
I could have fallen and broke my head.
Uh-huh. What else?
I could have made a fool of myself, but if I did, I could also stay in character and then just go with it like it was meant to happen.
Right. So you can turn that embarrassment and fear around.
And make it funny.
and make it funny and play it off, right?
Yeah.
And we can always deal with these situations.
Poker face.
Yeah. So guys, the moral is today, just kind of, I know about fear. I get it. I feel it all the time. I constantly have worry, and I'm scared and I'm afraid. What I've learned to do, and part of it is with my children who have taught me, is to say yes, be you. Like, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing my art right now. I'd be depressed, I'd be sad, I'd be stagnant. So be you, go for what you love. And a lot of it is like, do you have a lot of fear about what people are going to think?
Yes, because I
What
feel.
would you say about that?
See, if people judge you and they say you're bad and stuff, it's not them who are making money and being on stage and being all awesome.
Right? Let them sit on the sidelines and
Yeah.
not be awesome.
They're jealous is what it is.
Is it a jealousy thing, you think?
It's jealousy, I think.
Do you think they're scared and
Yeah,
they're a little bit jealous that
yeah.
they couldn't get over their own fear?
It's fear and jealousy. Basically.
Maybe what we could even do for each other is give ourselves a hand and lift up.
Yeah.
Help support each other and teach each other that it's okay to be scared. It's okay to have fear of somebody maybe laughing at you. You have it a little bit, right? Every once in a while you deal with that.
Yeah.
And what happens?
I let it go.
You try to.
I try to.
It's hard.
It's hard though.
We're not saying it's easy, but I think it's a lifelong goal, right?
Yeah.
To try to get past that and feel that fear and do it anyway.
And another thing is, also, if you think people are judging you, it's more like, you think people think you're really bad. They probably don't, because yourself is like your worst enemy. You always think, like, because of fear, you feel like you're gonna do so bad and da 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 da, and you don't, but you feel like you do, and your mind's telling you did, but in reality, you didn't.
It's not as bad.
You didn't do
thought,
anything.
right. Sometimes too, we think people are saying and doing things around us or about us, and they're not. Our brain is just letting us do that, right? It's letting us go that direction.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Did you want to add anything?
Nope. Oh wait, yeah. Get on my mom's list.
No. Did you want to add? No, you don't have to promote me today. Did you want to add anything for yourself? Did you want to tell them anything? Is there anything do you live by anything that maybe could help somebody today? No? You pretty much covered
Basically what I said.
Yeah. You did a great job, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody. I hope that it helps a little bit. If you are struggling in the arts, if you're struggling with anything, I will absolutely help you out. All you gotta do is
pay her.
No, yeah, that too. No, you just have to message me and ask me questions, and I will find the time to help you out. I'm all about supporting all people in what they want to do and getting them past their fears and stuff. Thank you, Barb. He is an insightful little guy. He is. So Sue said, "What an amazing," and Nikki, you are a great mom for raising your son to be independent, competent. Thank you. My husband is a huge help too.
Yeah, my dad teaches me things too.
Yeah, lots of really good stuff. So guys, I hope this helps a little bit. I hope that if there's something you've been afraid of, listen to what you're saying, listen to the excuses you're making, and try to narrow down why. It usually comes down to fear. It's not that we don't have time. It's not that we don't have money. It's not that we don't have, granted, sometimes we don't have money, but there's other ways around that. It's not that, we can't. It's really that we're scared. And if we could just kind of work towards not feeling that way, you will be happier. A lot of this depression that's around us will be lifted because a lot of it is fear driven. Yeah. So find your happiness. Be you. What's your song in Shrek? Wave your freak flag.
Let your freak flag fly.
On that note, we will, us freaky people, we'll leave you guys alone. Have a great Friday. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.